All right, you get to enjoy the sound of my fan once again in the background. Have fun. Since people want me to speak, apparently I have to make sure that my mic is on. Yeah, buddy. That's what happens. I gotta get these windows put in. That should be it. Alright, what do I gotta do now? Have I been doing anything with the steel? Have I? Steel. Nah. Do need the food. I am gonna need fruit teas. Alright. We can put these down in a box because they're gonna go bad anyway, so it doesn't really matter. No, not those ones. These can go. So, just so people understand, there's a reason to be overweight, I guess. And so, being overweight means that your rolling speed is slower, but your melee attack damage is 15% stronger, and your weapon stability is plus 15, which is a nice little bonus for your weapon. Because stability is a big thing with a lot of builds. I think with the Frost Vortex build, it would be really good to have that overweight stability buff. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so what's my next objective? This is going to be bronze, 5 bronze ingots and 5 pieces of glass. So let's see if I can make any of the bronze right now. I haven't even attempted to do any of that, I don't think. I should do some though, because I really do need go get some bronze real fast. Well, I still have this axe working. Hello, tin. That should be enough for now. People still haven't learned this game. They're still like trying to guess at things within the game. Funny. Bronze. Okay. Makes that a lot easier. Take these. I'll never use those. I should keep them though. Did I just lose material? I did. I just lost that stuff that was in... What? How? I just lost the items. What the... I definitely did. Stop telling people the wrong information. It's so frustrating to see that. There's no reason to lie to people. Still not sure. All right. Binga, 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 bing. That should be enough. So again, we go back to that argument about PvP and PvE. And the problem with that is that this game started out as a PvP game. They tried to go full on PvP in closed beta 1, and no one wanted it. No one liked how it was set up. It was completely trash, literally trash. Plus, their net coding was crazy. There was hit issues. There was marker issues, all kinds of bullshit within the game. No one liked it anyway because you dropped everything, you lost everything. So then the game switched in CBT and in closed beta 2 to PvE. And then there was some bugs in there about, with the turret shooting your own base, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So they fixed all that. In CBT 3, they brought back a PvP servers. But over half, actually more than 80% of the content on a PvP server is PvE anyway. You can't PvP in these areas. So unless you flag up. So unless you go into the PvP areas or you compete in the events that they have. There's no reason to have a fucking PvP server. Just make multiple events on PvE servers PvP so that people can go PvP more if they want to. You'll increase server populations on PvE servers that might be lacking because the content gets stale after you hit 50. And you make it more enjoyable for everybody in the long run because if they go into these events, they want to compete in PvP. But they don't want to be on a PvP server. Most people think of the PvP servers as they get on there, they're going to be attacked all the time. Their base is going to be blown up. All their shit's going to be gone. Kind of like a Rust server. But that's not the case. That's not what happens. So people tend to stay away from it. Plus, they don't want to go into the events and be outnumbered. They don't want, you got clans and guilds. You got war bands and hives. You got people sitting there that are going to double team you, triple team you, quadruple team you, and it becomes a headache, especially if you're like a solo PvE player. You'll kill people. You'll get your chances to kill, but you're not going to do any real damage to any of these bigger groups because they're just going to swarm you until they beat you down and then you stop. So there's a lot of toxicity there, and then they talk shit too on top of it. I already played on the PvP server. I refuse to go back to it because it was just that way. It was these groups. Now, mind you, I didn't lose any of my... Well, maybe once or twice I lost some fights on the PvP server. But I just saw the toxicity to other people while they were on the server trying to level, and people were just beating the shit out of them, when they get into these events to get stuff. It's just not... It's a bad... PvP breeds toxicity. It's done in Call of Duty. It was in Medal of Honor. It was in Battlefield. It's in all these different genres where PvP is the main focus. There's toxic people in there who are better at aiming their mouse, or they have aim assist on for their controllers, and they got this big boost and they're killing people. And somebody else might not. They might be an older player, or they might be a really young player who don't know the mechanics of the game, and then you're just beating on them. You're causing them to feel as though they can't enjoy the game. And then when you talk shit in chat on top of it, like, damn, you need to go get some help, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. That's not constructive criticism. That's just criticism and being a jerk, right? Constructive criticism would have been, yo, look, I enjoyed the fight. I'll show you a couple tricks if you want to, right? You need to learn a couple things. That's fine. But if you sit there and just shit talk and chat, you're not being constructive. You're being just a dick. And that's the type of shit that I don't sit there and listen to. So it was like the server just kept picking on this one person in the PvP server, and I didn't like it. So I just started going back at them guys saying, yo, leave the dude the fuck alone. Let him enjoy his game. Like, you guys are just being assholes. Okay, he lost. He's not as good as you at aiming and shooting, but when I kill you guys don't say shit. You don't talk shit in chat. Right? I don't talk shit in chat, so no one even knows that I smoked the shit out of you all at the event. One person against 6 of you, and you all lost. And it's recorded. So if you want to keep talking shit, I'll just let the video out there and we'll call it a day. You know, and the leader contacted me and told me, he's sorry about his members and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, you need to control your guys. Like, if this is what you got, because one, why would you have these people in your hive or your war band if you don't think like them to begin with? You agree with the shit they say. That's the whole purpose of joining a hive and in a war band. It's like a clan or a guild. Like-minded people that are enjoying the game that they're playing. So if most of your guys are assholes, it means you as a leader is an asshole. You are definitely an asshole. When I ran GU Soldiers for fucking 15 years, I was an asshole. But I would take care of my members. But I was unashamed to be an asshole because when we would go into games, I don't like bullies. See, I don't like the toxic people in the game. So we would make those toxic people leave the game. We would raid a game and just destroy the server. Not in the fact that like we're causing people grief or anything like that, but we would grief the troublemakers and the trolls and shit like that. But I was an asshole. I used to do it intentionally, And we didn't care. We all thought the same way. We had the mind of we want gamers to. It's still to this day. That's how my mindset is. I want gamers to enjoy the server that they're on, because if they enjoy the server they're on, and I'm in that same server, I will have a much better time in that server enjoying my game. So when I help somebody, and if you go through my past streams, you'll see how much shit I've given away to people and let people use my resources, everything. Because a happy gamer is a good gamer for the server. A gamer who's struggling and having problems and trouble and all that stuff, it's not. If you have the ability to help that person, why don't you? Because if they enjoyed the game and stay on the server, that means the server numbers stay where they are and people join. I've been on servers when it was in closed beta 3 and closed beta 3 mainly. Closed beta 3 towards the end would have everybody stop playing. You would literally have Prime Wars where 5 people would show up, right? But not the servers that we were on. Servers that I was always on always were the top servers. Always had the most people. People were joining left or right. I would go into Discord to talk about our server, and then people would start joining it. That's what we want. You want to keep a server alive. That's why I'm hoping they give us private servers where you can have access to the server. It's not private in the sense that you can lock people out unless they're troublemakers and using cheats or whatever else. But I want 2 of them. One PvE, one PvP. And then people can enjoy the game without being hassled and bothered. Now on PvP, you're on a PvP server. Shit happens on a PvP server. If you're getting killed all the time, don't come to me complaining. Learn how to play on a PvP server or go to a PvE server and not have to worry about that, right? We have too many people who go onto these servers, though, and they'll get beat up, and then they'll be mad and angry, and they'll blame the PvP server. Why? That's the whole purpose of PvP. Now, the shit talking you can do without. That's my only dispute with the PvP servers is when someone talks a lot of shit in the game. Don't care if you kill because that's the whole purpose of it. You're supposed to kill. I don't care how many times you kill me because that's what you're supposed to do. And if you can kill me that many times, hey, more power to you, right? You're better than I am at the game then, apparently. But if you're going to sit there and talk shit afterwards and you're going to sit there and try and belittle somebody and put them down the whole entire time, that's not cool. That's just a dick move. This Zladia person just wants to argue. They like to be difficult. They tried with me, but I shut them down because you're not going to make up your own facts about the fucking game when the game clearly has more PvE servers than That's what they try to say. Oh, there's more. No, there's not. The game clearly has more PvE servers than PvP servers. It's like a 10-to-1 ratio. There's like 10 PvE servers for every 1 PvP server. So clearly the numbers don't support your fucking assertion that PvP is this and PvP. No, it's not. It's irrelevant in this game, to be honest with you. The whole entire storyline is centered around PvE. The game, again, was a PvP. It was more like Rust in the closed beta 1 with some other, with some PvE mobs, but it was more like Rust. They knew that wasn't going to work. You can't clone Rust. You can't make another Rust. There's not going to be a game out there that can do what Rust does the way they do it. They've perfected that genre that they have in that game to a point where the people that really enjoy it and will not find any other enjoyment. If they're hardcore PvPers in Rust, they will not find enjoyment in this game at all. They won't. It's not the same style. So, like, he tried to compare it to Rust, and I'm like, don't compare it to Rust. It's not Rust. You try to compare it to Call of Duty. Don't compare it to Call of Duty. It's not Call of Duty. You're not getting the same two things out of this that you think. It's not happening. If I forget this one more time, I'm going to punch myself in my own face. But anyway, that's how I am with gaming. I mean, I want people to have a good time. I really do. And I hope that people do, because the more people that play this game and like it, the longer it stays on the market. It won't collapse. It won't be one of those games that goes by the wayside and forgotten by the developers. As long as they're making money and there's money being put into the game, they're going to continue to do their job. And I appreciate that. I appreciate them for that. So when I see people that are trying to, dismiss the accomplishments of the game, or change the way that the game is supposed to be viewed, through the eyes of people who want a PvP, and they talk about PvP players are toxic as fuck. I was one of them. I know the toxicity level that can come with it. I know the shit talking that can come with it, and you're not gonna change that. It's just, Call of Duty has the worst lobbies in the world, because what's going to be said at least once during that entire thing. Someone will drop that N-word, right? Someone's going to drop it. Someone's going to say it. And you'll hear mom jokes, dad jokes, dead mother jokes, all kinds of stupid shit. That's all you're going to hear in there, is those types of arguments. Oh, you suck, and you're no good. You're trash at the game. And all right, so again, the person's not better than you. Why do you feel the need to do that? Why do you feel the need to trash the person? How do you know you're not talking to a little kid? Or even a teenager. Teenagers are emotional. How do you know you're not talking to a teenager, man, that may be having a rough life, and the game brings him some semblance of enjoyment, that he gets from it, and he's semi good at it, so he feels proud of his accomplishments, and then you come in and just shit all over him. Right. I don't think people in video games should feel that way. Right? I don't think people in video games should think that the game is what makes them who they are, because it doesn't. It's just a game. But in this day and age, personalities are carried over into the game. It does make that person feel better about themselves if they're good at the game. It does make that person feel more liked in the game when people respond to them kindly and they're popular within the game, right? They may not be popular in real life and find popularity in a video game. Who am I to shit on that? Just because I think that's a poor choice to find gratification from people that you don't even know, right? And that maybe your self-esteem, you might have self-esteem issues. And why would I want to shit on that? Why would I want to go, oh, you're a fucking loser because you come to a video game in order to find your justification for existence? No, let them have their enjoyment. But toxic players tend to shit on people in here to the point, or a lot of people who are really, really toxic have really shitty lives themselves, and so they come in here and they take it out on other people, and that's another thing. It's it's a shame. It's the bully mentality, right? And don't think you can't. I don't think you can be a bully in a video game, because you're behind a computer screen. You're not gonna touch me anyway. I'm not afraid of anybody in a fucking video game, or on the phone, or even in person. I can care less what you say to me. You put your hands on me, then we got a problem. But in a game, some people find the game a valuable important part of their life. And if you shit on them, you don't know what that kid's going to go through, or that adult, or that child, or whatever. You don't know what they're going through. You have no clue what you just said to that man and how it's going to affect you, or how it's going to affect them, excuse me. How that may change their whole persona and outlook on their entire life, because they found themselves in a video game and you just shit on them in the video game that they were enjoying. There has been people. That's why, what is it, cyberbullying became such a thing, because people were actually hurting themselves over what they were told online. I never understood. I gotta be 100%. I sympathize and I have empathy for people who endure that, but I never understood it, because I was never afraid of someone on a telephone call or over the internet or through texting. Like, you can't do anything to me. And even if you could, you have to actually come do it. And then that whole persona that you portray online is going to be swiped out from underneath you, and you're going to be upset when you get smacked around because you decided to knock on my door with some bullshit. But again, you know, your online persona for some people is everything. And I feel bad for people when they get bullied in the game. I also feel bad for people in the game who think that's how they have to be. That their worth only comes through how good they can play a video game. You got a lot more worth than that, trust me. Anybody in the world, I don't care who it is. I'm not just saying that. Everybody got way more worth than what a video game grants you. You know, none of this matters when you log off. None of this matters when you go to sleep. None of this matters when you get old and pass away. You know, the type of person you present yourself in life, that's what matters. How you present yourself in the real world, not in a video game. I mean, if you're going to be in a video game anyway, I think you should just be honest about who you are to begin with. You know, I don't think you should pretend to be something that you're not. Like, don't be a tough guy in a video game unless you're a tough guy in real life and you can back that shit up. Because there are videos out there where you see people find out where people live who were talking shit online, and they knock on their door, and they're real. They're not fake videos, and you see the whole MO of somebody change real quick in person. They try initially, but when they realize the person that they're talking to isn't playing games with them no more, you know, that it's no longer online conversation, that it's become something different. But you'll get people going to go, oh man, you know, it's just a game. Why are you getting so upset? Well, why are you being an asshole? Still human beings. People still care what you say to them. I mean, you don't get a pass just because you're on a video game when you talk shit to somebody. At least not with me. I mean, you may get that from other people, but you ain't getting that from me. You start talking shit to me, I'm going to talk shit back. And then you're going to go, it's just a video game. Yeah, it is. So why'd you start? Why do you think me getting upset is any less valuable than you getting upset and starting it? Like, how is that any different from what you just did? People are weird, man. I'm telling you. They will start shit and then yell at the person or try to belittle the person that defends themselves. Like, don't start shit then. You don't want drama, then don't start nothing. But no, you happy to cause drama. I don't know. That's just me, man. I like that. That's why I don't try and engage in chat too much, too. Because I'm not nice when it comes to that shit. Like, I don't care about it being a video game. I don't care about your age when you're talking trash, none of that. Because I don't know who you are. And for real, I'm just going to tell you the truth. You know? I'm not calling you a punk because I don't think you're a punk. I'm calling you a punk because I know you're a punk. You're all talk online. I had that happen to me before. When I went to the dude's house, everything changed with dude. There was no more of that shit talking. But that's why I say, personal experience. I've seen it firsthand. You can talk shit online all you want to, but you have to answer for all that shit that you talk eventually. One way or the other. Either somebody reports you and gets you banned, because you talk too much shit, or someone shows up at your house and knocks on your door because you got them to that point and something bad happens because of that. Like, that's crazy. Like, why even put yourself in that situation? I just, it doesn't make sense to me to even start that type of shit, because the outcome can be really bad for you. And why even do that? Why bring drama? Most of these people are kids too. Why bring drama to your parents' house? You know? Why bring all that bullshit to your parents' home? Shit. Ooh, nice. Freeze. So my suggestion to people, don't talk shit online. Unless you're willing to accept all those consequences. And remember, it ain't just physical shit that can happen to you. I'm talking about other shit. You can love a game, talk a whole bunch of shit, and then get banned from that game for doing that. And then what happens? Now you're miserable because the game... Look at all the guys who turned around, like all them FaZe guys and shit that got caught cheating and then got, banned from the game that they loved and shit. And look at them all. They were just crying online, looking like total... Nothing like their persona online. They were crying and begging for a second chance. Like... When you harass somebody online, that happens too. And the guys always did these whine and cry. I'm so sorry. Please give me a second chance. No. You had multiple chances. You got reported multiple times. You don't deserve a second chance. You don't deserve no sympathy. No one should show you any kind of love because you sat there and did what you did. You did that shit. What's the matter with you? Stop harassing people online. Stop thinking you're tough over the microphone. Because even that, I'm telling you right now, you could be the toughest person in the world, but if you're wrapped around into a video game and you do that tough shit in a video game, even though you can back it up and you get reported, you're going to be crying like a little bitch too. I didn't mean what I said. It's just a game. We were just... No. Can't have it both ways. You can't find your identity online and then just claim it's a game when your identity gets you in trouble. You created that, so oh well. What's up, Blacks? Hello to you too. Sorry about that. What is that sound? What is that? No, what was that sound? I heard... Alright. Let's see if I can hear it when I go back in. Let's see. Oh, I know. I hit E. Yeah, sent my Deviant out for some unknown friggin' reason. And that's what that was. Alright. That's what I was hearing, the Deviant. Anyway, back to the game. I gotta get out. I gotta get out of that other mode. Because I could talk about shit like that all day long. Because I literally, I can't. Because it's just like anything else. It's just a pet peeve of mine. And it irritates the shit out of me when I see people just repeatedly doing the same dumb shit and then crying about it later on. So I got to get away from that, or I'll just be sitting here ranting about assholes in game all day. Still, please, devs, can you please get the private servers up and running? I would love to have a private. I'm telling you right now, I'll definitely at least get one of them. I want to, because I want a PvE and a PvP for PvP players. But I will definitely do a PvE server. I will guarantee I'll at least get one. And if they give us like admin control over certain things, you can really run a good server, because you can then say, hey, look, on the weekends we're gonna go PvP, right? We'll do PvP on the weekends, or even like have PvP scheduled events where during a certain time PvP is opened up on a PvE server. You can have one server and run both of them. It wouldn't be that hard. You would just have to have the right community for something like that, who are willing to have those types of events and all. This game, so much potential. And they're not disappointing. They're getting the job done. Devs are definitely listening to their community and, you know, adding things to the game. They're having a little. I mean, the game went from closed beta 3, where they had the game fairly fleshed out, to their full release, and it was only like a month and a half that they had in order to get things squared away with that. So I knew there wasn't going to be any like real content changes, like massive content changes within the game during that time period. But they did add some things, and they are trying. They are really trying to get new things added to the game. And you could see it. Like, even in the game, you'll get these updates. You'll come in, and you may think they changed a lot of other shit, but they might have just changed the way textures look, or the way that a car has items in it. You know, they might have changed some of the items in the car, or made the car look older. Like, small graphical. I've noticed a lot of graphical changes. Things like this. These weren't here in the beginning like that. Got him at the last second. Okay, bombs on. Yep. That was right headshot, dead on, and didn't trigger as a headshot. Those are the tiny little issues that I have with the game. Very, very small criticisms of the game. Nothing that is game breaking. Nothing that's going to make me quit playing the game. Just like little stuff that I don't like this. Floating textures, like this. These are small, little, tiny details. I mean, I wish they gave us access to it, like a Google whiteboard that we can put down these things on, and they can just go through one by one, take a picture, send it to them. But I'm not going through all that. Like, there's got to be an easier way of doing it. I don't like how the process is now. But those are like the little things that I noticed and I started laughing about. I mean, you could explain away a lot of things. Like when I see floating trees, I don't even give a shit, because I just go, well, we're in a deviated world right now, and that's probably normal. But floating cracks, nah, that's not normal. That's something different. Oh, shit. No. Someone think they can help me with that? You can't help me with that, buddy. I got this. I do not need assistance. I run solo all the time. Once I get Jaws, we're going to have a whole nother conversation. I still have to get, shit. I'll still have to get the gear. Ooh. What's sensitive characters? His fingers cross, maybe? I don't know. Alright. Everyone likes to fish in Frost Vortex. I still say it's the best build out there. For clearing, I hardly ever do less damage in like LEA or whatever than other people do. If I'm in there, I'll do top damage easy. Don't want to get into it. I try to let people know you can have a favorite build, but all the builds are actually viable. Fast Gunner is a good build. Doesn't really do AoE damage, so you kind of lose out on that, but it's great for the giant at the end game. Power Surge is good when leveling. You can do a lot of damage. Bomber's good. Fire's good. So is Ice. But I feel as though they nerfed the fire builds quite significantly. I mean, they have. They're not as strong as they used to be. Yeah. You can make them strong, but they're just not as strong. What? Defeating the Gotchmich. Oh, he's talking about... He's talking about the secret room. I hate all these guys. They're everywhere. Jesus. Can you let me alone, please? Just let me kill you. Stand there and let me kill you. I go near these and I start going, nah. Oh shit! Sneeze? What? You. I can get the little jaws. I can get jaws. And I'm going to. Right now. Because this is done anyway. Let's go back to base real quick. Let's go get jaws. And then I can have jaws. And my sniper rifle. Which is what I'm going to do. No idea why I just did that. Complete opposite direction of where I wanted to go. Yeah. I'm gonna have to organize here soon. Once I start getting it. Once I get out of here, I think I'll organize my boxes, but I'm not really worried about it right now. Alright, where you at? There you are, my buddy. I can do a tier 2 now. I'm not going to be able to do a tier 3 yet, though, because I still don't have any of that stuff. I mean, I can get it if I really wanted to, but tier 2 is fine for now, for what I'm doing. Let me do our cradle. Not cradle. Let's see what we get. No. God damn it. Ooh, this is what I want. But I've run my other base on just solar generators too. Portable mixed fuel. Alright, I'm gonna get this. Cradle. Let's go. This. Capacity. I'm gonna have to get all these anyway. Sounded like any of their skins. Definitely Bumblebee. Get the carrot. One of those would have unequipped though when I selected. Oh no, because I think I had. Never mind. That's fine. All right. Next. I could get this done. Oh, excuse me. Why is Claire got shit going on right now? All right, let me go see what that's about. I don't remember this quest. Maybe I already got it and I'm just turning it in. Alright, what did she... What is this? Legacy Heart. You know what? Since I got that, I'm gonna have to start gathering fuel, making sure that I have fuel. So. Wow. Well, the game is actually described as a Lovecrafting style game, so therefore, yes, Lovecraft would be the inspiration for the game. It would only make sense. I don't really need to use this gun, I'm just testing it out. I figured might as well loot this out, even though I don't need. It always happens. You drop on your first one, even though I don't need any of this stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with getting it. What the hell was that? Man, that was weird as shit. So now down to this one. I'm glad I'm doing this my normal way. Even though I'm higher level than all this stuff, I'm glad I'm taking this like I always do, which is one area at a time. I didn't like how I did my last characters because I ran through, which was easy enough to run through it, right? They get all the way past the spider, but I mean the hound. But I was so really under leveled, and material wise, I was lacking so bad in materials, man. And that's the stuff that I don't like. Like you can rush through the storyline. You can hit level 50 if the server's open. You can hit the level 50 in days, you know. But you miss out on so much, so many drops, and so much of the loot and materials that you need. That when you get there, you're struggling to get the things and the items that you need. Then at that point, and that's the only thing I don't like about it, is you can outpace with your leveling the materials that you have in order to level with. Because even then, by the time you get to level 50, even if you have enough to make you're generally going to only be in like level 2 gear, or maybe level 3 you have enough for, but you generally don't. And why would you want to? Why would you want to like gimp yourself like that? And I did. I did. I gimped the shit out myself on the. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try and play catch up because I didn't even want to come back to the new areas to get the materials that I really, really needed. I just wanted to continue to keep going forward. but I wasn't able to build certain things that I needed to build because I didn't have enough material, and that was my own fault. I did that shit because I rushed through the storyline. And I tell everyone all the time, don't rush through the storyline because you're doing the devs a disservice because they're spending time to put content in the game that they think you might enjoy, and then you just skip over it. You don't even give it a try. So I don't think that's cool to do to the devs. Two, because you're just not going to have the resources that you need in order to do what you need. You're going to be in chat, like I always say, somebody's in chat begging for something. And that's, I didn't want to get to that point, so I was just like, you know what, I'm not doing it. I'm okay. Mm-mm. Plus, I love getting loot, man. I just got that picture. I probably will never put that picture up, but I like the core and I like the loot. Oh shit. I think the pistol's gonna be my go-to. So I don't mind leveling. For me, I enjoy the grind. I do. I mean, with moderation. I don't want to create a new character, get to level 5, and then go, oh, I want to create another character, and then have to go over that again. But this is the part I start to like as the build starts to come to life. You're able to do more damage, and you're stronger, and you're able to loot better. That's where the sniper rifle comes in real handy. Just whacking out mobs that are, as you're killing the mobs close to you, you can switch to the sniper rifle and kill the mobs a little at distance. I like it. I like it a lot. What is this saying? Let me see what this says. Unstuck what? What are you talking about? You don't... Why do you gotta do that? Why would you be stuck there? What? Do people not actually think about... Never mind. I don't even want to say it because it just doesn't... That don't make no damn sense to me. I mean, how the hell did you get stuck in there? This is one of my favorite quests that I'm going to be doing. Because V is an asshole. Like, no lie, V is an asshole. V kind of like starts cracking on this deviant about its head being so big. Like, not even like jokingly. He's just doing seriously, but it just sounds funny listening to him talk about this deviant. Excuse me. I got hiccups now. Look. If you haven't seen me do this before, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It always look. All right. So V just starts talking shit as soon as we get in here. See? Like, he just insulted the shit out of that DV. Like, come on, V. Don't do anything with the buildings right away until you do all your looting. Because you'll be able to do this again when you get done. So just search everything. Go all the way down to the lighthouse on the other side. Don't even worry about him because he doesn't do anything to you. I mean, this one you can come in and kill everything. Or not kill everything, but get this right here. I don't know why they didn't make the mini guy the actual big head. Because he's got a big head. The mini, I forget what he's called. Anyway, I don't know why they used that as the mob that they wanted to use. Whoop. Let's rock. Mm-hmm. All right, hit that one. Oh, so you had to do it. You have to do it in order anyway. There it goes. See? They should have just blew him up and made him. I don't like. I like the cat outfit, how it looks on the female characters, but they give it high heels, and the high heels sound like high heels even on dirt. Like there's no change in the sound. It just it's like you're walking on high heels. It's a very annoying, very fucking annoying. To be honest with you. What? I didn't shoot. What the hell was that? Ta-da! Alrighty then, so now we are going to here. It's not marking again. I hate when it does that, but... Hello everyone. Hello, Shark Killer. Let me go up here. This is where the vehicles are, so. I need the fuel. It's a good spot to farm for salt if you wanted to farm salt. Right there. No, I don't know why they do that, man. They've added that to the game, and it's so frustrating sometimes. Like you don't want to vault something, but it's auto vaulting now. Like I don't want to vault. Let me get my stamina back and then just do this regular. No reason to even go in there. There's nothing in there for you. It's, I'm gonna go in anyway. Maybe they changed it. There's generally nothing in here. Yeah, still nothing in here. Oh well. Shit, forgot about that. No, I definitely don't want a team, and I knew that's what that was. It was just a random request. Like, we don't know each other, bro. You just randomly requested a team with me. I get it. You want to team up with somebody, but you don't spam team invites. That should be the. Shit. Just go right there. Yeah. Hello, Claire. I brought back a recipe. Yeah, I don't give it to her. She kicked that girl out anyway. That's kind of so bad. All this. I would never give the mayor of this town anything. Oh yeah, I got his deviation. All right, I gotta take a break. I gotta get something to eat.